Um Today discussion on laboratory exercise. Here, try to understand within online. There are a few online compilers are there, but Linux programming, uh, virtual laboratory, some virtual laboratories not found. If I found, I will share with you. Apart from this, but our target, our exercises on shell programming as well as C, executing some of the programs in with the help of GCC compiler, right? We'll see both how we can execute shell script as well as with the help of a GCC compiler how we are going to execute. We'll see about that. So here, one thing as a computer science, we need to think at the same time. You are all familiar with online compilers, right? So there are so many online compilers are there, but maximum extent you might be practiced C programming. You might be practiced C programming with the help of online compilers. Now we try to see one of the compiler. We call here in this environment we call it as IDE, integrated development editor, right? So IDE environment. There are some IDE tools are available for C shell, right? For Bash shell, as well as for compiling C program in the Linux environment. We'll see about that. So here the first experiment, experiment we like to execute here is exercise 6. Here within exercise 6, you try to understand the problem, write a shell script in order to display the multiplication table for a given number. Already might be practiced, right? Once again, so I like to cover 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all of them. Most of the case. So these experiments you might be covered earlier, but familiarity, we are expecting familiarity with the help of IDE environment, integrated development editors, right? So what IDE environments are there, IDE tools are there? We need to find out, right? So we need to find out virtual laboratories also for Linux programming, right? So apart from this, but people are in progress. People are in progress in order to have a virtual laboratory for all of them. Some of the laboratories are available online, but few labs not available. But we can see ID integrated, integrated development editors, right? IDE. Here, the exercise 6A, write a shell script. Write a shell script in order to display the multiplication table. Write a shell script in order to copy source file to the destination file. You try to understand there is a source file. So at the same time, we are trying to copy this source file in a destination file. What is this? How we can copy this, right? So but we have a command, we have a command, that particular command we call it as a copy command. So already we practiced that. With the help of this copy command within the shell script, we'll see how we can copy a source file to the target file, right? So and then we'll see about write a shell script in order to illustrate a full system call. write a program for creating a chain of process, right? So the fork function, fork system call for creating a process, right? A fork system call for creating a process, right? Write a program to illustrate a fork function, write a program to create a chain of process, right? Here we are trying to illustrate the fork, right? And then we are trying to create a chain of process, right? By using a fork only, right? Both of them are by using a fork only, right? So here, in order to do this, right, we require id environment. So we require id environment, integrated development environment, for um, bash shell. The bash shell is available, right? So that's the reason we are trying to execute this within a bash shell, right? So we need to look for ide, so for a bash shell for this. So here, we are writing a program in SC. We are writing in we are trying to execute this particular program in the Linux environment, right? So in the Linux environment, we are trying to execute this. Here, in order to execute this program, we require a compiler. We call it as a GCC compiler in the Linux environment, right? So already we practiced. So how we are going to execute GCC space program name, right? So GCC space program1.c, gcc space program1.c. If we compile this, if there is no error, it gives result, right? So it gives a result means directly we are not in a position to see the result. It When the program is executed, right, by using a gcc compiler, it creates an output file. So the output file, we call it as a dot out. So and then we need to run that particular output file. If you run that output file, and then we can see the result, right? So that is a process. So if we are running a c programming in our by using a turbo c, so when we press a control f9, it gives errors. If there is no error, directly we get it will ask for an input. It will ask for an input. If we give an input, we get result by pressing alt F5. So all the things, right? Here we use GCC. We ask in the Linux environment which compiler, we call it as GCC compiler, to run this program, right? So GCC space program1.c or any name. The program will, when there is no result in that directory, in your current working directory, it will creates an output file. So that output file, we call it as a dot out. So output file, we call it as a dot out. So if we run this a dot out, so we get a result, right? So that is what we see in this for both, right? So we'll see about this. This is objective here for executing. So now we go for now we will go for editor for running our programs, uh, for, right, right. So here, just see, are you able to see the screen? right. Just see here within Google, just type www dot rpl dot I www dot r p rep repl dot it, right. So this is a website where you can find a number of IT tools, right. repl dot it, right. Already I said, just type that, you will get the website repl.it, code and collaborate without friction, right. So use our free collaborator in browser IDE, which is having 50 plus languages, right. Here just 522, 522, please unmute. Start code, you will get a list. So you will get a list. So here we like to execute what compiler we require. So which compiler we require? It can be a Python or it can be a C, Java, right? Anything. So somewhere you can find BASH, bash, right. So BASH, right. So there is a bash. So if we select bash, so it gives bash, create here. So you will get a screen. So you will get a screen. So there you can type whatever may be the programs we like, right. So here this is editor space. This is the editor space. So this is a compilation space, right. Here this bash is a part of we call GNU bash, right. Within the Linux environment, the environment within the Linux environment, we call it as GNU, right. So GNU means it is a free Linux foundation. This free Linux foundation group has released this particular bash, right. It is a free and open source. So here so we can run whatever may be the program we typed here. Just type echo hello world, right. Press run. So it gives a hello world, right. In which compiler, in which shell it has been executed means, so it is executed by using a bash, bash, followed with the main.sh. So the main.sh is your program name. Main is a program name, right. So like this we can uh, the terminal. So the terminal is splitted into three. So the first column here is folders and files will be existing here. So here this is a panel where we can see files and folders. We can create a files, we can create add folder means we can add some folder. Add file means we can create a one file name. So all that particular files will be present in this particular panel, right. So and then right side, so we have a space where the in this space we can type a program, the shell script or C program. C program means we need to select another editor, another editor, right. So it is only for bash, right. So here we are trying to type the shell script. So and then we can press run, or directly we can go here, just type sh space main dot sh, all right. Here sh is a shell compiler, main.sh, right? Main is a program name. I'm trying to execute that. I get a result. Hello world. So this is a one simple method, right? So we can type here. We can execute in this panel, right? So that is what uh, 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 this editor speciality, right? So here first program. Try to understand. The first program is write a shell script for displaying a multiplication table, right? So here you try to understand the first line hash not slash bash, right? Sorry, bin bin slash bash, right? So bash is a compiler which is available in a bin directory. Meaning for that, it is an interpreter designated line. So you can have a comment line. Within a comment line, so you can type exercise, yeah, exercise CIS exercise dot 16 anything. This is a comment line. You can type one more comment line also. Print print multiplication application table, right? Like this you can have any number of comment lines, right? Initially I used a variable I equal to 1. So I'm using a printf statement I echo in order to read number, enter the number, right? So enter the number followed with I'm reading the number. So I'm using a variable called n. uh, so you can use a n or number, anything, right? So use while statement, right? While um, dollar I space less than space 20 up to 20 numbers. We are having a multiplication table. Do m equal to here I'm using an expression for evaluating xpr dollar n, uh, right? So here one thing you need to remember, I used before the star I used which slash. So what is the purpose of this particular slash means? So the meaning is uh, the meaning of meta character. Star we already know. So the star is a meta character. So the meaning of meta character will be removed, right? So the meaning of meta character will be removed. That is a meaning here. Uh, uh, right? So the meaning of meta character, you try to remember at the beginning of your shell program. The beginning I already said. So what is the purpose when before if I use uh, before meta character, if I use what I call the slash, so the meaning of meta character will be removed, right? So that is what uh, I used, right? So and then I echo dollar n multiplied with I equal to dollar m. So here you try to remember yeah, whatever may be the number we are giving, right? So it compares with while loop. So if it is less than 20, it goes inside the loop. Here it is going to manipulate, it is going to multiply. So if I say 1, I given 3, the initial I value is 1, 3 into 1 will be multiplied, right? It will be stored within the variable, we call it as m. 3 into 1, the value is 3 only, right? So and then here just see echo 3 into 1 equal to dollar $m. So here already it was multiplied, so value is available in n, right? So the 3 will be printed. So and then right, I value will be incremented. So again goes to the while loop, it will check, again goes to the while loop, it will check the I value. So I value will be 2, 2 is less than 20. So again the condition will be true. So and then goes to the loop, right? So it will check the expression m equal to n value. Here you try to understand n value is 3, I value is true, 3 into 2, the 6 will be stored. So and then I'm using an output statement, 3 into 2, right? So I'm getting a value of m, it will be a 6, 3 2s are 6. So and then again I'm incrementing the value of y. So previously 2, 2 plus 1 3, again goes to the while loop. So here I'm going to check 3 less than 20, right? It is true. Again I'm going to check the value, 3 threes are, right? 3 into 3, the 9, right? So 9 value will be stored within a m, and then I'm using echo statement, 3 into 3 equal to 9. So like this, this I value will be incremented up 20 times, right? So we get this particular value, right? So here just to see how we can execute this, right? So sh space main dot sh, right? So you try to see here the program name is main dot sh. So that's the reason I'm using the main dot sh. If I entered, it will ask for a number. So if I press 3, so I get multiplication table, right? So that is what uh, right. So that is what the example program for multiplication table, right? So like this, here we can execute any type of shell programs, right, in this environment, right? So that is what here the last line I got something like just delete, um, right? So once again run, enter 3 or 4, enter 4, right? So right, right, right. So this is the case, like this, we can execute any type of a shell programs in this particular environment. Try to follow this particular steps in your mobile also. You can open this particular website, rpl.it, and then select language. If it is a bash shell, you type a bash in search bar. So you will get a bash, select, you will get three windows, three panels. So the first one, the files and folders. Second one is an editor, where you can create, type a program. So the third panel is for executing. The same time, this particular terminal is used for seeing the result, right? So seeing the result. So this is one program for display the multiplication table, right? So just see another, right? So another program, in order to uh, copy source file to the destination file. So in order to copy the source file to the destination file, uh, we'll see with another example, right? So here you try to understand. So the source file, one file you need to create, right? So you need to create a one file, and then the destination file, you need to mention the destination file. So when you mention the destination file, in that particular destination file, your program will be copied, right? If the file is available or if the file is not available, it will try to, right, create a particular file. It will try to create a particular file. So after creating, so it will try to execute, right? So that is the program here. That is a program here. You try to see this particular program. Already I shared to you, right? So already I shared to you. Here, just see, uh, uh, 6b, enter a file name with an absolute path, right? Just printf statement, right? Read the input file name. So I am trying to read the input file name, right? So from my present working directory, right? Echo, yeah, read echo input absolute path name, means it is a destination path name. So I need the destination path, read the destination path. So where I need to copy this, right? So and then if minus d, you try to understand the file operators. Minus d stands for if your file is a directory, right? So if it is existing in your current working directory, then copy immediately, copy source file and destination file. So if the directory is not available, so with that particular name, whatever may be the name which you given, based on that mkdir make directory, then uh, it will create a directory name. So after creating that particular directory name, so and then it will copy the source file, whatever may be the file name you mentioned, right? So with the destination, with that particular name only, right? So if it is done, so file will be copied successfully. So that is program here, right? So here two inputs are there, one is a source file, another one is a destination file. So here, try to understand the first panel. Within the first panel, I don't have any files in my current working directory. The only file which is present is a main.sh, right? I can create file, ordinary file, I can create a directory file also, right? So here we'll see how we are going to execute this, right? So by executing this, how it will take an input. So and then how it will create a file, where it is going to be placed in the first panel, right? Here we'll see. So the first one is enter the file name with an absolute path name, right? You try to give, here the program name is main.sh, right? Here I am trying to copy this file. So this file in another file, right? So మీరు ఇక్కడ ఏం చేస్తారంటే, main.sh is a program, it is a source program. I'm trying to copy the same program in another file. So you, this is our object, right? So the same program I am trying to copy in another file, right? So here I will give the input file is main.sh, because I have only this particular file. So I give main dot sh. You see in the execution panel, main.sh, given an input file here. So and then it is asking for a destination path. Here a destination path I am trying to give with another name, file. I am giving a file name, by name is I'm giving a program one. I'm giving a program one. So I'm trying to copy the main.sh. I'm trying to copy this main.sh to program one, right? So here, one thing, this program one is not present in this directory. There is no, right? So it is not a directory, right? It will create a directory with program one. So and then it will create a file with program one. So and then main.sh will be copied, right? So here file is copied successfully. See here, one more file is created in the left first panel. You try to observe here, program one, by program one, one directory is created. So directory is created. Open that particular directory. What is there? So in that particular directory, so there is a program called main.sh, right? So the directory I am creating. So and then I'm trying to copy the source file name, right? So source file name is main.sh. So if you see that main.sh, it also contains the same content, right? So you just see program one slash main.sh. So program one is a directory. So in this particular directory I have a file, so compile called main.sh. So in that also the same content is available. I got the file copied successfully. So like this we can execute, any file, right? I can create a file, at the same time I can copy file, the source file to the destination file, right? So here I try to see once again. Here first line we call it as interpreter designated line. Here the second line I enter the file name with an absolute path name. So I'm not giving an absolute path. You try to understand here. This is our ID environment, right? So only present working directory I can see here, right? So under home. Um, so if it is your computer is having a Linux machine, so there you can give absolute path name slash home slash any directory name slash your program name, anything, right? So but I give here, so it is main.sh, right? So and then coming to the read, I'm reading that particular file. Echo input destination path. I given destination path is a program one. So here I am checking whether it is a directory existing in your working directory. So initially not available. So go to the else part, it will create with that particular name. So program one with that name, one directory is created. So after creating a directory, so source file is main.sh, destination file is main.sh. So both the files are copied. Here the first file program one main.sh is copied in destination location with the destination file name called main.sh in a directory program one which is created. All right. So this is what. So this is a way of executing a shell script, right? So this is another program 6a 6b. Once again, we like to see one more shell script over here. So and then we go to the C compiler, right? So I will see one more shell script here, and then I will go for. Uh, so I'm removing this directory. So directory and both the files are removed. So here I try to see the exercise 9a. Write a program to count a number of lines, words, characters in a given file. Uh, in order to count the number of lines, characters in a file, we use command, we call it as wc command. So by using this wc command, so we can find how many lines are there, how many characters are there, how many words are there in a given file. So that is what, right? So here has not been integrated designated line, enter file name with an absolute path. I need to read a file. If the file exists in my current working directory, then echo line words characters, right? This is a line which I'm going to display in my terminal. So I'm using a cat, right? Cat command for having this file. So cat command for having this file, I'm trying to display this particular file. So and then pipe followed with another command, right? So cat to display the terminal within my terminal. So afterwards, so what it need to do? So instead of displaying in terminal, So the output of this cat I'm redirecting to another command, we call it as wc, right? Output of this command I'm redirecting to another command, we call it as wc. So the input is from output of cat. So here it will try to show, so what is the number of lines, characters, words, right? So enter a file name. So my file name is main.sh. So this is what my file which is present in my directory main.sh. I just give this particular main.sh as an input, right? So I get lines, words, and characters in this, right? So how many lines are there? There are 8 lines are there. How many words are there? There may be around 29 words. How many characters are there? There may be around 175 characters, right? So this is a way we can write shell script. So we can execute your shell script in this particular editor, right? The bash shell editor. Okay. So next we'll go for executing another program, right? So okay. So today we'll end. Tomorrow class I will go for executing 7a and 7b. Okay. So is there any doubt? Please respond. Is there any doubt with this compiler? So if you have any doubt, please ask me. Please, anyone can unmute. Can uh, Hello, 501.
I can learn to understand you much better if I can get familiar with the way you talk. I need your permission to help.
Okay, my Google Talk it is. My start button talk. Sorry, right. So just anyone can talk. 501. Hello,
Oh,
hello.
hello, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. ఈ కంపైలర్ చూసారమ్మా?
Yes, sir.
Is there any doubt? Practice చేస్తారా?
Yes, sir. Chestam, sir.
Uh, So all
Yes,
shell
sir.
programs you try to practice. So tomorrow I will how we can execute some more C program in Linux environment, right? So there
Okay,
are
sir.
some C program which is to be executed, right? A fork by using a force system call. Hmm? So with the same
Yes, sir.
compiler itself, REPL.IT, right? Integrated Development Editor. There are around 50 languages are available. There we need to select the compiler which you require, right? And now I selected Bash. So next I select C. Next I select C, right? So in that I get a screen in the same manner. I get a screen in the same manner. I will type a program in this area. So I will run. So this is a terminal. So where I can run, I can see the result. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Uh, so is there anybody having any doubt? Hello. Next, anybody? Why not 2, 3, 4? Why not 2, 3, 4? Anyone can unmute. Hello. Anyone can unmute. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Today I will end the class. Tomorrow we'll see. Okay, thank you.